Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Critical Thinking Podcast. I'm Yoshi, and I'm here with
Travis.
Yeah, I thought I'd mix it up on you.
I'm Yoshi. He's Travis. So, I did. Travis helped. I just sped ran through Mario 64 on the Nintendo 64.
You say I helped. I got like 3 of the 33 stars you got, and I was like, man, I'm not good at this. You go ahead and play.
It was still fun. It didn't really start out as a speed run, but it sure as heck ended when you mentioned that I was pretty good at it.
Yeah, I was like, he's going fast. Are you speed running? And he was, I am now. And just started tearing through the game.
Oops, sorry, I hit my mic. Trying to get comfortable here.
Does that sound good to y'all? Do you like it when he slaps the mic? Look at that spike!
Yeah, I think that's when I hit the mic. Oh, boy.
Oh, you're going to have to take that out.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. So today was fun.
Oh, it was
we went to
fun.
that local game store. Came
Yes.
up empty, well, almost empty-handed. You sped run Mario Party.
Yes, Mario Party. Mario Kart.
Super Mario 64.
Oh, boy.
They're all the same game.
They're all the same.
No, they're not.
Oh, yes. They're different. They're the same different.
I don't know. I just thought that was pretty hype. I got to watch you take out Big Rainbow Bowser.
Mm-hmm. And I can't believe that I was able to do that going up the stairs backwards thing.
Oh, that was legit. Just fucking busting through doors. Like they ain't even there.
Ooh. I never done it before until today, but I've seen people do it, so I had a vague understanding of how it worked. And I think it took me about, 20-something tries on that first stair?
More.
Took me a lot of tries. So.
I played Pokemon. Why you?
Yeah, you play Pokemon. Yeah. And one of the first times when we thought that it worked, I just kept going fast in the room.
Yeah, you was like stuck on the wall, sliding back and forth uncontrollably.
Yeah. For those who have played Mario 64, this is the staircase before you get into the room with the clock tower, Rainbow Cruise, and the last staircase where it says if you don't have 75 stars, it'll be an endless stair set. And I figured that would be easier since it's quote-unquote endless. I could just keep doing the backwards thing until it worked and it would shoot me out, and it did. I did that one first try.
First try.
Every time. And yeah, I was fun. 33 stars, 34 if you count the end star, but the game doesn't. So
Yeah, I noticed that. What's up with that? I guess you can never truly collect every star.
No. Sadness.
So what happens now? Like, do we go back into the game and it's like New Game Plus, or?
Oh no, it's right back where we were. I mean, I'll be outside, but it'll have that to prove that I did it. I collected the 8 red coins in that stage. So when we go back and we're like, yeah, look, got this star that we shouldn't get.
Free star.
I make a new save file and just play the game normally from there. I'll have Travis play, and I'll help when he gets stuck.
Just laugh at me as I'm just terrible at it. I'm not very good at it.
Well, you didn't grow up playing it, so it's all right. It's like what's a game that you play that I've never played before? I guess D&D would be it. I never really played D&D.
We tried.
No. Like, you've played it before. You already knew like all like this lore stuff, how some things work, and I'm like, I'm gonna roll to attack, and then I died.
I didn't really grow up playing that. I got into it.
But I'm just saying you have more experience, so that's why you're better. Don't feel bad that you're not good at Mario 64. You didn't grow up with it, so you didn't sink any time into it. Like, I think you're probably better at Pokemon than me. Like, you already, I only recently, like 2 years ago, realized what the term stab meant in Pokemon.
Really?
Yeah, so like you're leagues ahead of me, by the way.
Do you know what it stands for?
It's like it's the same
same type bonus.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say Pokemon's electric type. It's an electric move on somebody that counts as a stab, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, I didn't know that it was a bonus. I just knew electric move would be stab. Fire Pokemon with a fire move would be stab.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know it was a attack bonus.
Oh yeah.
See, learning.
We're learning.
We're learning.
Next thing you know, you'll be running fucking belly drum setups and shit, and the new games, and
With whomstedivs.
yeah, it'll be really cool.
Yeah.
As if you could take your Pokemon from like Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and whenever the new game comes out, Sword and Shield, be able to do like a Pokemon Stadium-esque thing with those.
Oh, that'd be pretty neat.
That would be really cool. I don't think it's gonna happen, but that'd be pretty cool.
I think they when like some of the design documents leaked, there was some connectivity between the 3DS and Switch, but we've yet to see anything like that. I think so. Time will tell, I guess.
Yes.
Maybe they're waiting for that.
The day that game drops is the day I buy a Switch.
Oh, I thought it was when if that or the new model of the Switch comes out, I'll probably be buying that and selling you mine at like half the price of a normal Switch.
That'll work.
Yeah.
That'll work. So what are the supposed differences between the new one and the old one?
From the rumors, it'll be slightly bigger screen on handheld, slightly better processor, because the current processor now, there's a design flaw with it, so it makes it so Nintendo can't prevent hacking on the system.
Oh.
So they're probably going to release a new version solely to circumvent that.
Yeah.
But there'll probably only be like a limited number of games that require that pro version.
Who would hack the Switch?
A bunch of people. Some people have put Linux on it. Some people have put different emulators and ROMs on it. That sort of thing. Netflix.
There are some people who put Linux on things, I think.
Man, you don't know the Linux community.
No, I know you could put Linux on a PS2.
You can put Linux on damn near everything.
Game Boy Advance.
Watches, calculators. Remember high school?
Oh yeah, the TI-83s.
Yeah, people put Mario and Doom on it.
You'll never guess. No, I put Pokemon Red on it.
Yeah. I had a buddy in high school named Scott.
Yeah.
And he was like the Linux guy. Anything I know of Linux was probably because of him. And he had a forum, and
What is Linux? I know it's an OS.
Yeah, it's an operating system. And how do I put it? It's like DOS, but different. I don't really know too much about Linux except that it's just like a really hardcore grassroots type of community where they just keep everything open source, so they keep improving on it, different aspects of it, just so they can have something free. So if you buy your parts, put Linux on it, you'll have an operating system. You don't have to pay for Windows or like a Hackintosh. Mm-hmm. That's what our erectile dysfunction friend likes to do every now and then.
I hate Macintosh.
Yeah. I only like iTunes and iPods. That's about it.
iPods were pretty rad.
But now everything can play music, so...
Yeah, right? Except my phone.
Do they still...
I'm out of memory.
Do they still make iPods?
I don't know.
I mean, they probably do, but...
Should I get to tippy tapping? Nah, that's too loud. I'll look it up on my phone.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I remember when Ubuntu came out back in the day.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, it was like a consumer grade Linux. So you can, after friends install it, you can browse the web, play some games. Had this thing where you could run some Windows XP stuff on it if you needed to. Overall, Linux it's kind of handy because some stuff from Linux got incorporated into the Mac operating systems.
Yeah.
So if like some values were changed, you can run some Mac stuff on Linux, but Apple is really uptight about it. So
yeah,
they made it kind of hard to decode, whatever the term is. Yeah. And for the record, I don't really know that much about Linux, so if most or if all the things I say are wrong about it,
yeah.
Just talking from like memory.
Just
from the guy that did know a lot. Yeah, if you know stuff about Linux, let us know in the comments.
Absolutely. I'm about to make a tweet. That badass picture of my Game Boys.
Oh, yeah. Another thing, I don't know if we talked about it. Maybe we did, but you ordered something. You ordered a shell, you ordered buttons, but the shell came in.
Yeah, the shell came in with the screen protector.
And basically you were stuck on one part because you didn't have a small screwdriver, and I came and helped you with that. and then we put it all together and it works. It's a man. Do people even know what translucent plastic is?
Right.
Because that was
that was the rage.
That was the thing back in the day.
So this one's like semi see through, like you see on the Atomic Purple, or like those off-brand N64 controllers.
Yeah.
And where you can like see the circuits inside, except it's black. And
yeah, it has a black tint to it.
Newer in black. They kind of sit almost. They sit a little bit further down. What are you staring at? Than like the Game Boy.
Yeah.
They sit a little bit further down than normal Game Boy buttons, but I think that's just a-okay. I got no qualms with that. And I got the screen protector's actually the one from Gold and Silver, like the special edition Game Boys that came out with that.
Yeah.
So it's got Pikachu and Pichu, and the little power switch light is Pikachu's cheek.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah. I was all about it.
I remember my first Game Boy Color. It was the purple one.
Yeah, like the grape.
Yeah, the grape.
I had that one.
Yeah, my first Game Boy Advance though was the Arctic White, but I got stolen in middle school back when I lived in California.
Mine got stolen in middle school too. Mine was blue.
Neat.
And then my parents replaced it on Christmas. Yeah, I had to wait a while. And with like the new one, they came out with the brighter screen. The like even brighter screen, and it was charcoal. It was like a gray. No, they called it graphite. It was like gray. The whole thing was like black schemed, and like they had and the Game Boy Advance SP where you can turn off the backlight. This one had like normal SP light, and then you hit that button that would normally turn it off, and it makes it like stupid bright.
Yikes!
So that was cool.
I've never seen one.
Yeah.
Should probably look into it. Yeah.
I still feel dumb for that micro.
Oh yeah, for almost buying the micro Game Boy.
Well, I figured if I had the processing power to play Game Boy Advance games, why couldn't I play this?
Well, that's the thing. The Game Boy Advance was the reason why it was that shape and thickness is so it can have two systems pretty much built into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when they made a micro version,
they just cut all that out.
Yeah.
Made the screen tiny.
Yeah. But you think they would have made a new version of the Game Boy Advance, like new guts that would support it, so it can fit in there? But I guess it was still too expensive, so they didn't do it.
Yeah. I'm still super happy with the way this came out.
Yeah. It doesn't have the buttons you ordered, but when those come in, I bet it'll look even nicer.
I'm just worried about getting the circuits out again. Taking out the guts again to put everything back.
If you want to wait for me to come over when that happens, I can help you out with that.
Yeah, absolutely, because I don't want to fuck it up.
Yeah, let us know in the comments if you mod your own controllers, portable gaming systems, or heck, even consoles.
Yeah. Well, no, you do like retro controllers and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's pretty cool. I want to get into that, but what could I do that I could learn that would be useful to both of us that you don't already know? And I was like, I'll just do Game Boys. And like, Game Boys are rad.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. But speaking of when I mentioned controllers, consoles, remember that one PlayStation 2 we saw at the game shop that looked like an NES?
That was weird and really cool. And it was a home job, but they did a very good job, other than like the little PlayStation logo being just...
Yeah.
It looked like the paint didn't want to stay on. Like...
Yeah, and they like forced it and it looked all gummy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's it called? The only reason I'm bringing up is, have you seen some of these custom consoles people have made? Like they do like custom paint jobs to them. So
yeah,
I know on Angry Video Game Nerd for a while he had an NES in the shape of a toaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, and someone made a custom cartridge that would fit into it that looked like a piece of toast to keep the dust from collecting into it. And
what those little flaps are for?
But it was a toaster.
Oh, okay.
Like it legit looked like a toaster. Like someone put the guts in a toaster, sealed off one of the sides, and only one was open for the NES games.
I mean, NES games.
For the Nintoast.
For the Nintendost. Nintendost?
Nintoast.
Nintoast.
But someone sent him a new, well, not a new, sent him an NES with like this flame decals and stuff. That was one of his recent episodes where there was a cameo from a dear associate, Norm, the gaming historian.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not really a friend, but most of my friends know him.
Okay.
And he's pretty cool. In person, he is funny AF. He just makes offhanded jokes out of nowhere and makes everyone laugh.
The people I have been introduced to through you, have both been like really cool.
Oh yeah, like Drake,
Mm-hmm.
Game Chasers.
Game Chasers, I met them. Met Drake, met Mr. Creepypasta, met who's that one guy? I bought a Pokemon card off him. I bought that Rabbitash keychain off him.
Oh, I think you bought. I think that was the tan guy with the hat, right?
Yeah.
That's okay, Chief.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, he's real neat. Every time I'm at Retro, he's like, "All right, I know you got the cards on you." It's the only reason why I know most of these people. When I first started going to these gaming convention, I also started being a magician.
Yeah.
But before that, I still do it now. I help people with websites. So I help a few YouTube content creators with their sites. And after I'm done with one, help with a few other people. And so we're just pretty much like work associates, work friends, whatever. And one of the conventions they were all going to be at back in 2013, SGC, rest in peace, Screw Attack Gaming Convention.
Yeah, I was going to go to that, but then it never happened.
Yeah. And they were like, "Hey, come on, it's in Texas. I think you're close to it. It's going to be in the Dallas area." I'm like, "Yeah, I could probably drive there in a day." So hung out with them, met a bunch of great friends, still keep in contact whenever there's a convention near and they're there. We always hang out. Real nice people. One of my favorites, of course, like I mentioned, is Drake. Shout out to Drake. Sub to Comic Drake.
Sub to Comic Drake.
Just a real nice guy. He let me crash on his couch once.
He was real tired when I met him.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I quickly learned that, like, yeah, he likes comics, but don't ask him about superhero fights because he's just like, no. Like, he's more interested in the lore. He's probably sick of hearing all those questions, to be honest.
Oh, man, he is sick of so many questions. If you ever catch a stream that he's doing, he has, like, an FAQ section.
Yeah.
It's like...
I've seen that, like, who's your favorite superhero? All that shit.
He's like, who we want to fight? Don't ask me those questions. You will be kicked.
You right?
It is funny because he comes off kind of rude, but it says it right there.
You gotta think about his point of view, though. I mean, like, he's been doing this for how long?
Since like the early days of Screw Attack.
Yeah,
that's where he got
early days of Screw Attack.
That's where he got the name Trailer Drake because he did like trailer based videos for a while.
Could you imagine being asked like everywhere you go the same fucking question?
Oh, well, the only question I get asked all the time is, "Can I see a magic trick?" And I don't get tired of that. But
I usually get asked like, "Who let you in?" And I'm like, "Do you know where we parked?" And that's pretty much it.
But yeah, I can understand where his like frustration comes out. Oh, but speaking of Retro, are you excited to get there?
Oh, I'm excited. I've been looking forward to this since we left last year. I immediately decided this was going to be a thing I do a lot.
Hopefully, I know I mentioned it before, but we can go to the one in Arlington.
Yeah.
It's, when I find out when it is, I'll let you know, but it's usually in like August or October or November, like near the end of the year, so you'll have plenty of notice to get hopefully a few days off so we can go.
Yeah, my the new scheduling starts in October.
Oh, okay.
So if it's like October, November, December, I can try.
What games do you like that we haven't talked about? Like, I know you mentioned Pokemon, Siege.
I used to be really into Overwatch.
Oh, yeah.
But then, I don't know, like it's missing something. They kept adding stuff in, and it felt like it was watering the game down. And I don't know what it's missing, but it doesn't hit that
sweet spot.
It doesn't hit that sweet spot like it used to with me.
I think it's because they nerfed Mercy too hard for you.
Well, I used to play Mercy, and it wasn't even back with like the Ultra Res Ultimate. It was
like
I
they already
when
nerfed
Valkyrie first happened.
Yeah,
and then they nerfed her, and they nerfed her 2 more times, and then I think they nerfed her again by adding another better healer. And I'm just like, why do I even play this game? Like, I picked this one character I think is really cool, and then I don't get to play them.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, I might as well not.
Yeah.
She went from being a must pick to just
Maybe.
don't even put her on the team.
No. Well, with healers like Lucio and that new... Have you played the new one?
No, I haven't.
Me neither. I haven't even loaded the game.
He looks neat.
Yeah, he looks neat. The only time I'm probably going to play Overwatch is probably around December. So I'm going to try to get that dreidel icon.
So you can get the dreidel icon?
I'm going to get it. And when I get it, maybe I'll start playing it again.
I'm just going to keep doing Siege. Try to climb out of copper.
Oh, man. I hope so. Because you were so upset.
It's dark down here.
It's dark. It's dank.
It's cold. The memers are everywhere.
Oh, man. Is it true that people were getting banned for saying spicy?
I don't know.
Because I know erectile dysfunction dude kept saying it, but I don't know if it was true or not.
I don't know. He says a lot of things.
He says a lot of things.
With the big old goblin.
Oh, this is one creepy looking goblin. He got two left arms, one with a shanker and one with a. I was gonna say a battle axe, but like, no, that's too small. A little throwing axe.
Yeah, it's just a goblin mutant from Pathfinder.
With a fake lightsaber or a really messed up.
It's a fire sword.
There we go. That's what it was. I don't know if it was a fire sword, some sort of lightsaber, or like super bloodstained. I guess could have been one, but I can see that's kind of see through now.
Now how excited I was when you were like, yeah, let's do Pokemon Stadium tournaments.
Yeah, I was super excited. Yeah. So waiting on Blue to come in, but when it does, oh boy, I'm playing the make heck out of that game.
The make heck.
This is a judo Christian server. you don't speak of the double. You don't speak of the HE double hockey sticks around here.
What in the hell are you talking about? Sinner.
When did your fascination with guns start? As I look at your Mosin and your shotgun, that's the only thing I can tell because you mentioned it. Like, that's a Mosin.
Yeah,
that's the only gun I can recognize. That and a Glock.
Yeah, Glocks. And they're good, but they are ugly. And
a Colt 1911 .45 caliber. It's my favorite gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of 1911s.
Yeah, but I like the 1911 model. I think it's because of Left 4 Dead 1.
Fair enough. I almost picked one up. It was American Tactical was the brand, and it was in 9mm, and I thought that was rad. Because 9mm is cheap. Shoot that for days. But no, I first got into like airsoft and stuff, and I was like 10, 12, somewhere in there.
Coincidentally, I got into airsoft when I was like 19, 20.
All right.
Very late.
Very big difference.
Yeah, because Mikey, around the time, I think he was like 15, 14.
Yeah.
So he got into it when we were already living here for a while. So I was like, I guess I'll choose one for myself. It's when Big 5 was still a thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I found the 1911 looking one. I was like, oh, I've seen this gun, Left 4 Dead. So I'm like, pew, pew, pew. I think I've pegged them in the balls and in the face a few times.
Oh, you're awful. But no, I got into like airsoft guns. Kind of what helped me do it was the pistol in Halo. I thought that pistol was so rad. And then I went out and got like an airsoft pistol. It was like my first little airsoft gun. So me and my friends would have these little airsoft wars. And I don't know, I just got super interested in them. I like target practicing with them. Then I got to shoot the BB gun out at my grandpa's place. And then in high school, a buddy of mine got me into paintball. So then I went from airsoft to paintball. And, you could do things with your paintball guns. You could modify them. You took them apart and cleaned them. You could change parts on them. And I thought that was super cool. And then I turned 18, and I bought a Marlin 22 rifle. And the first thing I did was threw a scope on it. It wasn't nothing fancy. It was like a little... it was meant for like an air rifle, but through a 22 rifle, it's just as good. And it was magazine fed, which I thought was super rad. And then I bought a shotgun. And then it's just been an endless spiral since. And like,
there's a difference, by the way, listeners, between a magazine and a clip.
There is. A magazine contains the ammunition. You put it in the gun. The magazine stays in there until, you don't need it no more. A clip contains the ammunition. You put the clip usually on top of like a fixed magazine like the Mosin has. That little part down there by the trigger, that's actually the magazine. So you feed them through the clip, you take the clip out, you're done with it. Once the bullets are in the gun, you don't need the clip no more.
So like a magazine is like those weird block things that goes on like assault rifles or any kind of rifle thing, and clips are like basically what you feed through a Gatling gun, kind of.
No, that's a belt.
See, I'm learning too, along with you guys. So that's a belt.
Yeah, that's a belt.
Different belt, not
It's
the
used
one.
for feeding guns like the Browning 1919, or for whipping your kids when they sass.
Do your homework, kids.
Do your homework, kids. Stay in school. Eat vegetables.
Critical thinking and Officer Hard Time do not condone gun violence of any kind. Please
Smoke skooma. Hail Sithis.
Please consult your state for the correct gun laws and look up various gun safety videos.
Absolutely. If I'm gonna give a shout out to anyone in the gun community, I've never met him. It'd be really cool. But if you guys are interested in firearms, I suggest you look out for Colin. That's Colin Noir, Noir. I don't know. His voice is like honey. First of all, he's very good at what he does, and his videos
Smooth,
are
sultry
very
voice.
entertaining. I'll show you a video after we're done with this.
Okay.
But it's just enjoyable, and it's not down your throat, white trash talking about. Oh, boy, how did this thing can go through my refrigerator?
Speaking of refrigerators, have you seen Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skulls?
No.
Every time someone mentions,
Are you getting about the like nuke dropping? I
Yeah.
was like, what in the fuck are you talking about?
that's the every time.
Speaking of fast food,
No, speaking of refrigerator, every time someone brings up fridge, I instantly think of Indiana Jones. Ever since that movie, I was like, my grandpa a couple of weeks ago was saying we were needing a new fridge, and even though I know what he was talking about, I was still thinking about Indiana Jones, and I'm like, I should probably watch that movie again. It's freaking hilarious.
Speaking of fast food, did you know Doki Doki Panic?
Doki Literature Club was Mario Brothers 3, and then
Doki Literature Club was Mario Brothers. I did a Let's Play on that. That was long AF.
Oh yeah, wasn't that one of your popular ones?
Game. It was pretty popular on the old gaming channel. That one, the biggest one I ever had, which, compared to some of these people, is not very big at all. But I had a Bendy and the Ink Machine stream. They got like over 890-something views. I got a shit ton of people coming in at once and talking. My mod just straight up. I don't think it was you at the time. I don't think you were available. It was not a mutual friend. It was a friend of mine. Came in, realized he couldn't control the situation, and just left. I'm like, I can't moderate this. Bye. Like,
Ooh, sounds rough.
oh, dude,
But,
it
cool.
was popping. Like, I'd have to scroll to read and answer somebody's questions, and then scroll back and just be like, bah, 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 bah. It was the best feeling I've ever had. I didn't want the stream to end, but I finished the chapter, so there was like no more content. I wasn't just gonna sit there and talk.
You could have asked them if there's another game they want you to play.
Did put up, because I originally started I was gonna stream the whole game, and I started at episode 1, and then I did episode 2, and then 3 had chapter 3 had just come out, so everybody's in my stream, freaking out, watching, and then I'm like, well, hell, I don't want it to end, so I went and bought 3. And I was like, there you go, now we can keep going. We're gonna go through chapter 3. And I did one of those be right back screens or whatever, so nobody could see all my credit card stuff.
Nice. Classy.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah, I was like, well, y'all want me to keep going, so I guess I gotta get the rest of the game first. Hold on.
Give me a hot tamale minute.
Right?
Oh, speaking of, I don't know why I said that, but it made me remind me of something. How come it's pronounced female and tamale is not pronounced female? Or female is not pronounced female, like female tamale?
I'm thinking Latin-based language. and romantic-based language. Just what I'm thinking right off the bat.
Could be. Let's put a pin in that. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. You gave me a question. I gave you an answer.
Deserves further research.
We'll put the team on it.
Put the team on it.
By the team, I mean us.
Yes.
We have no team.
I am the team.
Tony.
I am the team.
I can't wait for Tony to be on these podcasts with us.
Yeah, we'd probably have to get a.
Can he run two interfaces at once?
Man, I wouldn't push it. I was gonna say we can get one of those XLR splitters.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't have no idea if it'll burn out the interface now. Because I remember I connected an old XLR cable to my previous one, the one that erectile dysfunction dude gave me, and it shorted it.
Was it this one?
It was a older version of that. I bought that one.
Ah.
It was like, I don't know.
I like that one. Mine. I mean, it's good for what I do. It's only single input, but it does its job.
Yeah. The only reason why I got a double one is because he gave me a double one, and I figured if I ever want to hook up another one, I could.
And we do that a lot.
Yeah, me and Tony would do that a lot.
It's actually pretty nice.
Very nice. Shout out to Tony. Shout out to erectile dysfunction guy who will yet be named E.T.
We're just gonna rag on him every episode.
He's the one who brought it up. I was just gonna call him our mutual friend that we don't talk about because sometimes he's an ass for no reason.
Right.
But after telling us, like, yeah, guys, suffering from AD, it's really hard to get it up. I'm like, if you're expecting pity, prepare to receive ridicule.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
This is too much Viagra for a Wendy's. And is this a barrel of Cialis? What are you doing?
That fucking thing you showed me. I just immediately thought of it. Did you see Maurice? No, did you see Maurice? He came in here. The old man was raving. Whoa, calm down, Maurice.
You guys want to see something dumb and fun, just YouTube search Gaston's Quest for Taco Bell. You'll find the playlist with all 3 episodes.
Oh, it's like the best thing I've ever watched. Whew. Do you remember the good old days of YouTube poop? That stuff was just everywhere. The algorithm loved it for some reason or another.
Because everyone was making it. Everyone just wanted a quick, dumb, fun laugh.
Everybody wanted to make something funny and positive, and it was great.
Yeah, it wasn't about the money yet.
Yet.
I think, like...
Do you think when they made YouTube, they think it was going to end up like this under Google?
No. I bet the two guys... Because you know how YouTube started, right? It was a dating site.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And they figured if you can upload videos of yourself talking about yourself, it would be more interesting than just text.
I could see that.
But for whatever reason, people were uploading videos of, like
just whatever.
Yeah, blogs, gameplay, with music covers.
The old school Let's Plays are immediately would come to mind. Like there's like a shitty digital camera in the corner of the room focused on your TV while you play like Duck Hunt or some shit.
Oh my! I forgot those were a thing.
Oh my! I saw a guy. Doing one recently, and then I felt really stupid because he was streaming. I stayed up way too late, and it was on a Saturday. So he's streaming. I jump in. I'm like, wow, that is really old school. How long you been doing this? Thinking he's about my age or whatever. And he's like, I'm 13. And I just commented, why is the FBI here? And then I left. I'm like...
He wasn't doing it to be old school. He was doing it because he broke.
Yeah.
He's a child.
Well, I wanted to do YouTube since I was broke. I just didn't know how. I thought about like taking video, like setting up my deal like that with focused on me on the couch. And I was going to talk about movies with my friend Logan.
Rest in peace.
No, he's still very much alive.
Poor Logan. His career is... Oh, wait, not Logan Paul.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. No, we were going to talk about movies. And we did like... Because I was so about this. Like, we did like run-throughs. Like, okay, this is how I expect to do it. This is the kind of chemistry you and I have. I want to really exaggerate that chemistry. And we do like practice runs. Like we go through a movie we both know forward and back and be like, well, how would we present this to an audience to keep it both like informational with like fun facts and stuff and comedic.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Kind of almost Mystery Science Theater 3000, but with like fast facts thrown in.
Fast facts.
But like, I don't know. It was a lot of fun.
Shout out to the Lore channel. You remember Lore, right? They would come out with fast facts on like video games.
Fast facts.
Fast facts.
Oh yeah.
God, are they still around?
I don't know, dude.
I think the
I'm starting to feel old.
I think the algorithm killed them since they were like minute-long Lore videos.
Like Vanilla Puma.
Oh man, I don't know who that is.
The Fallout guy was talking about earlier.
Oh, I thought that was Oxhorn.
No, the one before Oxhorn.
MXR mod?
No, god damn it. He does like he does character builds. And every now and then some lore or where to find this neat weapon.
I don't think you mentioned them, and if you did, I do not recall. I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
If you guys down below want to timestamp this for him to go watch the other video, I mean, you don't have to. That sounds like a lot of work. I don't even know how to timestamp things.
It's in the card section. You can like have it bring up a little. That's where the little recommended stuff on videos. Then you go, oh, you should watch this.
That's a terrible place to put things. Do you know why?
No one clicks on it.
Because as a viewer, when that pops up in my video, the first thing I do is make it go away. Like, I have no interest in that little iCard. And like,
so, sometimes it's useful, like when someone's talking about something cool, and then they mention it. It just, oh, okay, let's keep a mental note. At the end of the video, it's like, what was that one thing? Oh, here it is. The BFG 9000.
Can you still do the iCards and...
no annotations.
Not annotations.
Annotations are dead. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Logan.
Why do you keep saying that? Why do you keep saying that?
I don't know.
I don't... Logan Paul's just a piece of shit.
Here.
He's what make... I don't know. I try to keep the YouTube community positive. Most of the people I talk to are very positive. It's also another reason I got out of the whole Let's Play gaming stuff.
Right.
There's some toxic AF dudes in that community, and I tried to like branch out and grow and meet new people. And there's some people that just straight dick you over because they could.
Looking at you, Game Grumps. They didn't do anything. I just wanted to look at them.
Damn right they didn't do anything. I tweeted at them every day for 3 months to notice me, and they never did. Not even a hi.
Looking at you, Game Grumps, you never noticed, Travis.
Look at you, Ego Raptor. I've been watching you since Newgrounds, and this is how you repay me.
Are you in Ego Raptor? Shout out to the bodyguards that tackled me when I went to go see them.
Speaking of, did you notice I put up my Game Grumps poster?
Oh yeah, it's very nice.
It's crooked AF, but it's up.
I didn't notice it's crooked. I still don't think it's crooked.
No, it's
I think the Beetlejuice one's crooked.
No. Beetlejuice one's online. Yeah. Look at the gap between Space Ghost and Game Grumps, and you can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad.
Beetlejuice is definitely crooked.
No, it's not. It's fine. It's fine. Just leave it alone.
I'm digging around.
It's fine. Don't even worry about it.
Don't worry about it. So, have you seen Shazam?
No.
Oh, I thought you did. Wait, what was the movie that we ended up seeing that you saw and then I went to go see?
Captain Marvel,
the other Shazam,
the other Shazam, the one with the
cat, the Florgan. Yeah,
the Florgan. I was like the cat. That's Batman.
I am the Knight.
The cat man. I'm the scat man. But no, I really liked Captain Marvel. I think we talked about this in one of our... Did we?
I don't think so, because the first one was just, a little introduction to us.
It's like, well, I do stuff. And I do stuff too. Second, I'm a Mac. And I'm a PC.
And I'm a Linux.
And I'm a furry.
Hold on. Time to put you down.
Like old Yeller.
Yeah, the second one we talked about the games that shaped us.
Yeah, that's right.
And I don't think we talked about Captain Marvel in the last podcast.
That's fair. Nah, I thought it was really cool.
Same.
Whereas Wonder Woman fell flat to me because it was like, oh, I'm doing all this stuff because it's right and just. And then at the end, it's like, I did it because I love him. And there's kind of just kind of fucked up the whole theme of the movie. And Captain Marvel, she's like, I'm gonna do this stuff because I think it's right, and that's the way it's stuck. Makes her a hero, not a fucking teenage girl. Like, I'm from planet Amazon.
I want to get fat.
Yeah, it's fun to get fat.
Fat.
Thought Patrol.
Fat.
You're having way too much fun over there. Y'all can see some of the faces this dude is making.
Batch.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, we're just having fun.
That's what the point of this podcast is. We're just gonna chill out and have fun.
Talk about stuff.
Talk about stuff. You know what's cool is if we do start streaming it, we could actually like interact with like the people. Yeah. And we could cut that part out when we send to YouTube, and that would make it special for the people who watch it on stream. Yeah. Yeah. Or is that too much work? Yeah. That sounds like a lot of work. Yeah. Stop that. I hate that more than anything. Yeah.
So, if you were a can of soda, what flavor would you be?
Lemon
and why?
lime.
Oh, I was about to say, and why is it vanilla Coke?
Oh, it's not.
Well, I see we're at an impasse.
Yeah. I don't know. I think whoever invented lemon lime Coke should just win a Nobel Prize. You've never lived until you've like had a hot day. Like we're talking like 100+ degrees outside.
Yeah,
you're out there mowing
nice.
the fucking yard. Yeah. You come inside cracking ice cold Sprite. Instant refreshment.
Oh, quench your thirst. The Critical Thinking Podcast is not sponsored by Coca-Cola or Sprite, but we would like to be. Please send out
Jewish, but we don't need disclaimers for everything.
I'm gonna leave that in just to, so you can feel bad later.
I'm not gonna feel bad. A friendly jab at your heritage and faith.
Oh, just stab it like a Pokemon.
And we found full circle.
Full circle. Speaking of circles, did you know where the term comes from? It's from the Yiddish word.
Can you say that?
I'll probably bleep it.
Oh, okay.
So I can say the correct term, which is Yiddish for little circle.
Oh.
Because on Ellis Islands, where people would put X for their name, that, couldn't really sign anything, most of the Jewish immigrants were telling each other to write, a little circle. So they
could find each other.
Yeah. And all the people that worked there just started addressing them as so fast facts.
Fast facts.
Might cut that whole thing out.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
I learned something. I just don't think it's okay to put in a YouTube.
Probably bleep all the K words.
Just like a long ass bleep just covering this entire story.
If you're wondering what word it is, it rhymes with Ike, like from Fire Emblem, but different.
I've never played Fire Emblem.
Ike from Smash Brothers, or Ike from South Park, Kyle's brother.
Fair enough. Kick the baby.
What? Dip that baby in ranch.
Dip that baby in ranch. What is that? I've got to watch whatever the fuck that is.
Dip the baby in ranch and eat it. Eat that baby ranch.
What the fuck is this?
It's something an erectile dysfunction dude talks about sometimes.
Oh yeah, dip it in ranch.
Dip it that baby in ranch. Oh.
My heart stopper. It's a 4-patty all-meat Whopper.
Oh God.
Each patty separated by a
layer of cheese and bacon.
Cheese, bacon, and jalapenos. You gotta batter the whole thing and deep fry it. Then inject it with 4 different kinds of cheeses. Serve with mashed potatoes and gravy and a buttermilk biscuit. It's good for you. It's got calories.
Schlong's Throat does not approve of this concoction. Eat at your own risk.
I want y'all to try that out and tell me how fucking great it is.
Don't. You will die. I guarantee it.
Just tell me. Just send me a picture. Put it up on Twitter. That's at HTTorviz. I'm gonna ask you. I thought about changing my @ thing, but then I was like, everybody knows me as this.
I just put that in the Smash video of you. That's the handle that I put on it.
Oh, you're like, no, stop.
No.
Well, I thought about doing that like a while ago because I go by office because it was Horror Time Torviz.
Yeah.
Because I had that whole copyright thing with Torviz, which I could only use in certain respects because Torvis is also like a brand name out there. I think of like motorcycle part, like Europe. But anyway, I'm getting off topic.
Was that even really a topic?
Yeah. I was talking about Twitter handle.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, well, everybody knows me as Officer Horror Time. I do Officer Horror Time on my channel. But originally started as like Horror Time Torvis, shortened it to Horror Time. I was still lacking in the SEO, so I decided to add the officer thing because I thought Mr. is overused and Doctor sounded pretentious. And like,
Dr. Dirty.
Yeah, right? But I'm like, I'm Dr. Horror Time. I'm like, no. No, I'm not doing that. But then I was like, well, maybe I should change it to like OHT or OH Torvis. And I was like, no, because anybody who's going to try to tag me in things is going to put HT Torvis. They already know that. People use that. What do you keep looking at?
I'm looking at HT Torvis on your desktop.
Oh, okay.
That's that wicked cool background I made for you.
Yeah, some badass made that for me. His name is Yoshi.
Yeah.
You even threw in a little pentagram and some crows. It's not a pentagram, it's a pinnacle. But whatever.
All the assets I know I could legally use.
Yay, free assets. Nothing beats free ass. Ats.
Free ass at ass.com. Don't go there.
This reminds me of fucking like the Game Grumps, like one of the first jokes that like got me with. I don't even remember which episode it was. But it was like Aaron talking about like, if you come in here again, I'm gonna have to fuck you up. Like, it's that long pause. No, just his fucking delivery on it.
Oh man, that's pretty up, dog.
Yeah, fuck you. I'm not doing it. You're not gonna get me with that. Never in a million years.
I got Dr.
Pretty up dog of you.
I got Dr. Dirty with that.
Oh yeah? Is that what he's going by now? We're just gonna start referring to each other by our weird YouTube names.
No, he goes by Tony on his channel.
It just makes me think of in Infinity Wars, like Peter Parker, Doctor Strange. Oh, we're using our made up names?
I'm Spider-Man. And he just gives him this look like, I should slap you, child.
I always wanted to make like a parody comic of Spider-Man. I was gonna make him Jewish, and it was gonna be Spoderman.
I made some pixel art of that back in the day.
You made Spoderman?
Jewish Spider-Man, yeah.
Yeah?
Spider Jew.
Oh, speaking of Jewish people and like the performing arts, the Curb Your Enthusiasm guy. I cannot think of his name. It's been bothering me since 2 days ago. The guy who directed it.
David something?
David something? Because I was like, he looks like a Larry Juberg. I don't know. Like
David Letterman, I think.
That's not David Letterman.
It's close enough.
It's not David Letterman.
It's not David Letterman.
Is it Conan? The Barbarian or the Ginger?
The Barbarian Ginger.
That's a crossover I'd be watching.
I think it's David something. I'll look it up now since you got me curious.
Right? Also a crossover I've been wanting to watch is I heard that they were doing a Supernatural Scooby-Doo one.
Oh, it's in one of the episodes of Supernatural.
Yeah, I know. It still sounds really cool. I'd be down to that. I'd be even more down if it was done like the 60s Scooby-Doo. Where they were like, oh my gosh, it's fucking Dick Van Dyke. Welcome to
What was that one show again?
Curb Your Enthusiasm. He was also in Arrested Development.
Larry David.
He was a Larry. And he was a David.
And there was a Larry in there.
Look at us.
Yeah. Seinfeld co-creator Larry David plays a version of himself on the improv series Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yes. Did you know that that movie, or that an episode of that, kept a guy off murder?
Yeah, because he was an extra, or he just happened to be passing by when they filmed him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were like filming a scene at a baseball game, and then he walked by a camera at one point, but later on after the game he got charged with murder, and like there was this big battle because HBO didn't want to give up the film, so they got with Larry David, and he's like, it's a 20-minute comedy show, give them the fucking film. Like.
Yeah, fuck cocked in ass.
It's like, this guy's gonna go to prison for murder over a 20-minute comedy skit. Like,
you schmucks.
It was a funny episode though.
Yeah.
He was picking up a hooker so that he could drive in the carpool lane.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord, have mercy.
Just, you know what I've always wanted to do? I always wanted to find one of those. You can't see the air quotes here, but those girls that'll do anything for $50. Bring them to my house, give them a whole bunch of lumber and some nails and a hammer, and tell them I want a deck, and just like leave it at that. Build me a deck.
Build me a deck. Or just bring them home to the kitchen and like anything for
I'm starving. That again makes me think of the Game Grumps shit. Like,
oh my!
The Danny hiring a babysitter for himself. She's like, where's your kid? I'm hungry.
Feed me.
Those guys are so great. They're a national treasure.
Shout out to Jimmy.
Jimmy Wetzel?
Dang, you know who that is? He used to be called Sonic Fan at some point. No, I'm talking about Jimmy, Aaron's long lost extended family.
Consume prowess.
Consume prowess. This is a child.
This is a child.
In one of the anime games.
We need to watch that.
Because you need the context.
I do. And I know it's going to be great because Eagle Raptor touched it with his graceful, humorous cock, and now everything's great about it.
We don't endorse touching cocks. Unless you're consenting.
You can touch a cock on anything you want as long as you have consent.
As long as you have consent with an adult.
And it speaks English.
Adults.
Human.
Inhuman reactions.
Subhuman reactions.
I don't know.
You want a gas mask filter? I have like 20.
I have a gas mask, and I'm not going to buy one. And you do have a lot of gas. You're prepared for the apocalypse.
Honestly, I'm one of those weirdos. Like, I used to hoard water and dried food in my basement.
You used to hoard dehydrated water?
No, water and dehydrated food.
I was trying to make a joke, but alright.
Oh, did I fuck up?
Yeah, it's okay.
See, I'm so tired. I didn't catch it.
Because I forgot what comic or what cartoon it was, but someone had dehydrated water.
Probably SpongeBob. That seems like a very SpongeBob thing.
Just add water.
Or like Ren and Stimpy.
I don't know what it was. I'll have to look it up. I'll probably put in the clip if I can find it. But it was Tony references it all the time. And there goes my phone. There goes the dehydrated water bottle.
Just add water. You've got a full bottle of water. I don't know. You know what we haven't done in a while? We haven't watched Venture Bros.
Oh yeah, we I think we purposely put it off.
I just don't want to finish it.
Yeah, because we're like so close to the end. I think we both subconsciously like, let's not finish it just yet.
It's going to give us the feels. I just fucking know it. Because that's how everything is. It starts out funny, and then it fucking kicks you where it hurts.
I forgot what I was seeing that was making me feel, and I was very upset. Like, it was like a comedy thing, like one of my friends' YouTube's video. And I was like, I didn't need to feel today, but here we are, tears running down my face. I hope you enjoy the retention time, you big mean beast.
Who was it?
I don't remember. I think I blocked it so I wouldn't see it again.
No post on Sunday.
Oh, man.
So my wife has almost finished the Harry Potter series of books.
Books.
She's already done the movies.
Already did the
4
movies?
or 5 times.
4 or 5 times.
That's why she does some of this stuff. Like, she'll be like, I'm interested in this fandom. And then just all the books, all the movies, all the comics. She's getting the new Buffy the Vampire Slayer comics right now.
Wait, there's new ones?
Yeah, they're revamping it from the get-go. So from like the very first episode onward, they're revamping it. So everything is a lot more modern. Like, they have all sorts of...
So it's like a retelling with some new modern...
it's like a reboot almost. For example, they learned that you're not supposed to scan like demonic books and stuff because they actually did make a digital demon. Ooh, in like one of the comics.
Neat.
That sounded pretty. I don't know why I went all men talk there for a second.
Men talk, the mind tinker. You know what we need to see?
What?
Harvey Birdman.
Oh god, I've seen it all. I'll gladly watch it again.
I want to rewatch the series and watch that special they did with One-Eyed Willie as the president.
Oh yeah.
I still haven't seen it yet.
I don't know. I wish they would bring back Space Ghost.
Oh, Coast to Coast with him interviewing people.
Yes, that was great.
You know, if you want, we could do it ourselves. Like YouTube pooping. Can you make a Space Ghost voice?
He just sounds like a generic superhero. I'd have to work on that.
Would you like to do it? Because we could do it. We can just get some.
What would we even do? Like, who would I interview? Just like
we can interview other characters, and we can make the voice about. If you or a loved one suffer from erectile dysfunction or mesothelioma, you may be.
You know, you don't sound like Drippy right now. You know who you sound like? Creeps. Burger King foot lettuce.
Burger King foot.
You know, I watched another video, and it was like comparing differences in Pokemon versions, because I'm not gonna lie, I've been doing my homework, trying to brush up on some of this stuff, so that I have a competitive edge in Red and Blue. And
Mr. Stab, alright.
Mr. Stabby. But what the fuck was I even talking about? Oh, it was a video like that, and this girl had the same thing with her voice, where like there'd be like really weird inflection. And I'm like, oh, okay. Oh. The thing about different Pokemon is they all take place in different areas. And I'm like,
with different zip codes.
Why are you talking like that? How did that make the final cut?
Oh, it didn't make the first draft.
I don't know.
Why do you fuck?
Stop. I pissed my wife off. Because I want to start doing that voice. And she's like, always like, oh my God, that's so annoying. She gets mad at me. You don't understand. She gets violent. I mean, not like physically. She says things. Not really. Not really. She's a wonderful person. Unless she hasn't eaten, then she gets real angry. But who doesn't?
Oh, man.
I've been there. I don't think you've ever seen me hungry.
I don't think you've ever seen me not hungry.
Yeah, but I feed you.
Thank you.
I'm just sitting here admiring this Game Boy Color for like hours.
For like most of this podcast.
It's been in my hand. I'm like, I can't wait to play you. Yeah, I got advertised a backlight and didn't come with one. Still kind of crestfallen about that.
But apparently you found one that sells it for cheap.
Yeah, there's this dude on Amazon selling like just the screens. They're already backlit for like $10.99 plus shipping. I'm like, it's really not that bad of a deal.
Jump on it.
It's just like Game Boy Light screens that he's just like, fuck it here.
If it's just Game Boy Light screen, it's probably not going to work, but I guess we'll find out.
Right? I haven't ordered it yet.
But you saw how easy it is to connect it.
Yeah, just twist the shell.
Just
twist the shell.
Just twist to the base.
I was wanting to augment this one because, like, as far as Game Boy Color screens go, this one's fucking perfect. There's not a single pixel out of place.
Yeah. Where did you get that first one now, anyway? Just ordered it online?
Not eBay. Amazon.
Oh, neat.
I got it for like $15.
Oh, neat.
That's before, like, I don't know what's been up with these, but they've had like a huge price hike. It seems like anytime I start to get really interested in something, it gets more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's why I waited up to get GameCube controllers.
Except for Game Boy Pocket. Game Boy Pockets are cheap AF. I guess because they're not in color.
Yeah. They use AAA batteries. Ugh.
What's wrong with that?
It's AAA.
You know that box of 100 AA's I get from Amazon? I do the same thing with AAA's.
Ooh, nasty.
Always gotta have batteries.
Always have to have batteries. Oops, sorry.
Stop kicking your mic. Look at that. Oh, there's no spike.
Woo!
Whee!
I guess I was quiet, so it just kind of like, I guess this actually did its job.
The shock mount. Well, I'm noticing like some of your little things weren't on earlier.
No snaps.
Your must have got lasties. This microphone is the shit. I don't even know what model it is. It's some like AKG thing I got from a friend.
Yeah.
But it's like uber crisp.
Super crispy. Sounds real nice. That 4 stories from Creeps Gamer. Mm-hmm. I could tell.
Yeah. How'd you think about the thumbnail? Because I gave up because it wasn't doing what I wanted it to.
Oh, I thought, yeah, that's a good idea. Had his logo like he wanted, and you had the title there.
Yeah.
I mean, what else could have done? Like,
I wanted to rotate the like smiley face thing he had, but every time I selected it, it would select like the outline of my text, so I'd get this weird shadow across everything, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" Like,
because you use GIMP. I'm
sorry. I'm broke. I ain't paying $4 million for. I don't know how much Photoshop is. I'm assuming it's
$10
currency.
a month.
That's too much.
Yeah.
$10 a month is too much.
Too much.
Yeah.
I don't even pay for Netflix. My mom does.
They keep going up in price.
I know, right? Have you heard about Disney Plus? It's basically Netflix for all of Disney stuff.
Why would you get that?
Has all the Disney classics, a bunch of new cool stuff that they're throwing in there. The Simpsons.
The Simpsons? Oh, because they own Fox.
Yeah, so a bunch of Fox stuff is gonna be on there too.
Are they gonna have like the old X-Men?
Probably.
That'd be cool.
What's this called?
Like all the shit from Fox Kids. Do you remember Fighting Foodons?
Oh my lord. Fighting Foodons.
It was a blatant Pokemon ripoff, but it was still really entertaining.
I liked it because
It made me want to learn how to cook.
I like it because not only was it kind of fun, it actually had an ending.
I didn't get that far.
I got that far.
How did it end? Everybody just ate? Had a great day? Come here, fried ricer. I'm gonna fucking devour you.
Fried rice or hot dog on it fused into cheesy dog rice.
Look out, stomach, here it comes.
Ooh.
I'll get your phone for you.
Oh, thank you.
Hear me down here.
And you hear him.
Do we have background music in these?
I don't know. Most podcasts don't.
Oh.
I mean, if you want, we can put music in up. I think that would be weird because, you know.
Like very faint. I don't know. That's just me. You know me, I like music.
You like music because you like music to dance, to nut to fornicate, like Mike Tyson. Thank you for joining.
Before this gets any weirder, you're not allowed to talk anymore because I'm ending the episode.
Thank you so much for joining us today on the Critical Thinking Podcast.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Bye-bye.